Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge review for you. This is the T-Rex SuperCharge Morpher. This really hasn't been seen on the show yet, but if anyone's familiar with Kyoryuger, this is kind of the equivalent of like a battleizer over here for the Red Ranger. He gets a special new gun. The T-Rex, at least in Kyoryuger, I don't know how they're going to handle it with the American version, but the T-Rex Zord with a special charger, which is featured right here, the 1 Plus charger, he throws that to the T-Rex Zord, he shrinks down into this little gun, and it gives him a super mode. So, you can see here the T-Rex SuperCharge Morpher does come with the 1 Plus charger, and it comes with a fossilized version of the number 3 Stego charger. If you come around to the back, this is his super mode, his kind of battleizer, for lack of a better term. The Red Ranger turns into this mode when he uses this gun. It does have a T-Rex mode and a gun mode. And as you can see down here, it can connect with the Morpher. So we'll take a look at all that stuff. So we'll get this guy out of the package and we'll take a look. Alright, so we got the T-Rex SuperCharge Morpher here out of the packaging. Pretty nice. It has detailing on both sides, which is really nice. I appreciate that. So in this mode, you have the on and off switch is here in the handle. So it's off when you turn it on. Kind of makes a generic sound there, similar to the Morpher. It does come with like little watch batteries that are here in the handle. You have to pull out the little tab when you find this in the store and bring it home. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. The feet are stuck in this position. You can kind of see he's got little molded hands in here for when he's in T-Rex mode. They cannot move. Would have been nice if they were painted, but I guess they wanted them to blend in gun mode. So, pretty uniform. Handle does not move. These are not buttons. In the Japanese version, I think this was a button, this was a button. In the Japanese version, the handle used to fold into the back, and he had a tail sticking out. I guess for this, they kind of just figured this can be his tail in the air, which I don't really mind all that much. I don't think it looks that bad. But just hitting the trigger button. So a couple generic sounds there for firing. Mouth can open and close. As far as I can tell, it really has no bearing. Doesn't affect the sounds at all. It's just to have the open and close. But the teeth are nice and painted yellow, which I think is pretty cool. If you want to turn him into T-Rex mode, you can. I think it doesn't matter if you have the mouth open or closed. You just turn this around. And you can see his eyes do change, which is a pretty nice feature. If you turn it around. Oh. No? Am I doing this wrong? There you go. You can see the eyes turn yellow. And then he turns back to turn green. So the head only turns one way. If you're looking at it head on, it only turns clockwise. So that's a good thing to know. It does not turn back the other way. You just turn it clockwise again. Doesn't matter. Open or closed. But you can hear it makes a sound when it changes both times. So here's the T-Rex mode. Pretty basic. Like I said, he's got the hands molded in here. I guess this is just his tail. In T-Rex mode, you can press the trigger. Make some cool roar sounds. So pretty neat there. Put him off to the side for a second. The 2 chargers that this comes with. The first one is the 1 Plus charger, which the Red Ranger feeds to the Dino Zord and it becomes the gun. It says Tyrannosaurus Rex in red real nice on the back. You can kind of see, I'm assuming they're going to go with the same motif based on this charger because this is the super tiny T-Rex mode. And you can see it kind of, he's got the regular T-Rex form here. And then it slowly turns into the tiny T-Rex. So you can kind of watch him transform back and forth if you go fast enough. So that's pretty neat. QR code, pins. The other one you get is just a fossilized version of the Stegosaurus. Nothing really exciting there. We probably have already gotten this in something else. I just don't remember offhand. So, nothing all that exciting there. But we'll go ahead and we'll check out the sounds that these make with putting the charger in here. Alright, so I'm going to start off here with the T-Rex mode. Now you have to notice inside, if you're in T-Rex mode, the chargers are actually going to go in upside down with the ridges pointed down. So make sure you note that. And you can see here there's a little black tab right up in here. And that just kind of keeps the chargers in place, kind of guides them in. When you want to take them out, there's a little button here on the snout that you press in, retracts that little black piece. So just go ahead, pop this in. You can hear he makes a little snacking sound. Pretty much the same sound. Go ahead and push the button in the snout, pull it out. Then I'm just going to pop in the other one that came with it. Same kind of snapping sound. So in this mode, unfortunately, it doesn't really matter what charger you put in. Just, here's another one just to prove my point. Here's a number 21. Same sound. Now, so basically in the T-Rex mode, there's a with charger and without charger sound. So, not a whole lot of playability in the little T-Rex mode, but I love the green eye. I like the form, it's pretty fun. Going ahead, switching it to the gun mode. Again, I'm going to pop in the number 1 charger, 1 plus. Sometimes it's a little harder to go in. There it is. So, usually if the charger's not going in right away, it's because it's not lined up 100%, so just be aware of that. Once you put it in, if you want to close the mouth, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It really doesn't make a difference. So it says, engage. Pretty cool blaster sound.
It's morphin' time.
He says it's morphin' time. It just alternates between those two sounds.
It's morphin' time.
So there you go. Press the snout. Pull it out. Now we're going to go ahead and pop in the number 3 Stego charger. Sometimes this thing really likes giving me trouble. Come on, you. So it says Stego charger engage. Makes that kind of sound. Monster extinct. From what I've found playing with this, pretty much any charger that is a Ranger's charger, so I'm assuming 1 to 10. Here's a Raptor charger just to prove my point. Oh, come on. So it'll say what kind of charger it is. It'll say Monster Extinct and that little blast sound. But that's pretty much it for the chargers from 1 to 10. And now we'll take a look at the other chargers. Okay, so while the first 1 through 10 chargers, because they're Ranger chargers, just kind of said the name of the dinosaur and Monster Extinct, these are all the kind of supplemental or support chargers that have powers and things like that. So these all have different sounds, which is really neat. So I'm just going to run through these quick. Number 11. So for every one of these, the second sound is always, it's about to get wild. But this one does have the wheels because it summons the motorcycle. So I'm not going to bother to play the second sound anymore because it's about to get wild. Actually, that's not true. For this one here, number 12. Now this one says Monster Extinct like the 1 through 10s. And I think the reason that is because 12 is a special one because it's an armor. It's not a support one. I mean, it is, but it's not the same. 13 is the same way.
Dino Spike Charger, engage. Monster extinct.
Both of those just kind of make an attack sound and say monster extinct. But if we start with number 14... So that makes a kind of, I guess, fun sound of like someone falling in love or something.
It's about to get wild.
Number 15.
Dino Blaze Charger, engage.
So that makes pretty cool flame sounds. Number 16. Number 17.
Dino Gas Charger, engage.
Shuki, if you're watching, that one's for you. So the Overapu gas charger makes a fart sound.
It's about to get wild.
So while the Morpher did not make the fart sound like we were all hoping it would, this one totally does. Number 18. Also, I figured out why I was having such a hard time getting some of these in. You just have to make sure you're not putting it in on an angle. You have to make sure it's really straight.
Dino Squash Charger, engage.
Number 20.
Dino Hypnotized Charger, engage.
21.
Dino Gravity Charger, engage.
And lastly, number 22.
Dino Helio Charger, engage.
Unfortunately, I don't have 23 handy. I think a 23 came with one of the charger packs I just got, but I haven't opened it yet or reviewed it yet. When I do the review of that, I will take a look at that charger in here. So I definitely think these are a lot of fun because with the Morpher, it just kind of said, like it would say gravity charger and then it would say the name of the dinosaur, but it didn't have a unique sound. This thing has unique sounds for all of the support chargers that have, you know, sounds and things like that. Just because I happen to have it handy, the Ninja Megazord charger, I'm going to go ahead and pop in here. It's really very similar to the Morpher.
Legendary. It's Morpher time.
So it says legendary, but the secondary sounds are pretty much exactly the same as the One Plus charger. So nothing super exciting about that. But now we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at its functionality when connected to the Morpher. Alright, so connecting these two is very easy. Make sure you have him in gun mode. Make sure you have this open. Also make sure both of these are on. And just like the sword, you're going to slide it right in there. Connects. Now, as far as I can tell, this does not make any different sounds when connected to this. I'm pretty sure this makes the same sounds as if it was connected to the sword. I don't think all it can tell is something is connected. I don't think it can tell what's connected. Because it makes that sound again that I think sounds like a G1 transforming sound. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. As far as I can tell, it's really no different than connecting the sword. I really just think it can tell something's connected. It doesn't know what it is. And this doesn't make any different sounds when this is connected. So, I mean, it's there. You can definitely, play with it like a giant gun and the functionality. Sorry, for a second I thought that did something, but I just accidentally hit the trigger over here with my finger. So to detach it, press this, and then just pull it apart. Very simple. Unfortunately, not very exciting. One last thing we can take a look at is the new OnePlus charger in the Morpher. Oop, too early.
Unleash the power.
So, not really that exciting a sounds. It just says Go Go Power Rangers, and then all the rest of the sounds are pretty much the same. So that's pretty much it for that. So at the end of the day, I think this thing is a lot of fun. I would say it's got the same amount of playability as the original Morpher, just different sounds. The box boasts something about 50 different sounds, and I definitely think that's true. With the first 1 to 10, it's not that exciting. It'll say the name of the dinosaur, have kind of an explosion sound, and then say monster extinct. Where it really shines is with the kind of support or secondary chargers that have the kind of abilities or attributes. So basically from like 11 to 23. They're just a lot of fun. They say kind of what charger it is. They have a unique sound effect for the special effect or power that charger has. And then it says it's about to get wild, which I love that phrase. So I think it's definitely cool. And it's different sounds from the Morpher. It's not just kind of repackaging the same sounds again. I love the roars. I love the Dino mode. I love that you can quick change back and forth from gun to Dino mode. I love that the eyes still change. I was kind of afraid that feature wasn't going to carry over to the American version. And I like that the teeth were painted yellow. I appreciate that could have easily gone by the wayside. As far as the 2 chargers that come with it, of course it comes with the OnePlus charger because that's kind of what the Rangers need to make this work. The inclusion of the fossil version of Stegosaurus, I feel like, was just kind of an afterthought to throw another charger in here. I would have loved if we would have got like the X or the V charger or some kind of other special charger with this. The inclusion of that fossil charger just really feels like a kind of throwaway. That's the only kind of complaint I have about this. And it's certainly not a big complaint. It's not that big a deal. It's just, it would have been nice to get a second, significant charger instead of just kind of another fossil one. But I definitely think this thing is worth the money. It's as good as the original Morpher, and it's at the same price point, so I definitely say go out and pick it up. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the T-Rex SuperCharge Morpher from Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge, and thanks for watching.